The administration of US President Donald Trump has announced a freeze on almost all new funding for foreign assistance programs, with exceptions for allies Israel and Egypt. The order from the US State Department on Friday also includes exemptions for emergency food programs, but not health programs that supporters say provide vital, life-saving services. In response, the Nigerian government has announced plans to ramp up domestic financing to sustain its treatment programs. In a major step, a 4.8 billion naira allocation for the Presidential AIDS Treatment Program has been approved by the Federal Executive Council.
The Presidential Treatment Program for HIV patients, 150,000 treatment packs, total of 4.8 billion naira to be delivered over 4 months. That is an important statement that the federal government is making to ensure that those who are already HIV infected, even though we have partners that are supporting the treatment, but federal government is already putting its resources to contribute, and we see that that is a signal that the support that the government is providing to those who are vulnerable to reduce the cost and to ensure that life-saving treatment is available.
The Council also approved the establishment of a committee that will manage the transition as U.S. aid policies continue to shift.
While we significantly appreciate all the contribution of the U.S. government over the last 20 years, and we continue to look forward to a constructive partnership with the U.S. government in the period ahead, Nigerian government under the President is looking towards transforming the sector that is nationally owned, using national systems and using domestic financing as well as other sources of financing to ensure that those who are on treatment do not lose the treatment that they are already on. And accordingly, Council agreed that a committee comprising the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Budget, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Environment, as well as the Governors Forum, to start looking at the transition and sustainability planning.
Additionally, the Federal Executive Council endorsed $1.57 billion in financing from the World Bank on their new program known as HOPE. This funding aims to improve healthcare governance and strengthen primary healthcare services across Nigeria.
Mr. President graciously directed that, while the sections 1 and 2 are going on within Lagos, section 1 Lagos and section 2 Lagos to the boundary of Ogun State, that we should start another section in Calabar and Akwa Ibom. And that's what we have done, and it's about 65 kilometers by 2 dualized.
On infrastructure, the Council approved several major projects totaling about 2.8 trillion naira in the Ministry of Works, including pushing ahead with the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway to begin the Calabar-Akwa Ibom sections, as well as evaluations on the Kata and Third Mainland bridges.
The real key objectives of this CTIC is to provide the infrastructural foundation that is needed for the creative industry and for the tourism industry, and to generate at least $100 billion to the increase of the GDP and at least 2 million jobs, specifically for a younger demographic.
Another significant approval was the establishment of a Creative and Tourism Infrastructure Corporation aimed at boosting the country's creative economy and tourism sectors. The meeting also reviewed several other memos with more expected to be discussed and either approved or deferred at the next scheduled Federal Executive Council meeting, which is tomorrow, that is Tuesday. According to the Minister of Information and National Orientation, the President is committed to swiftly addressing these issues after the resumption of Council following a 7-week recess for the Yuletide. From the Presidential Villa, Adesua Omoruan, Arise News.